This is when Marvel was hungry. This is when Marvel was fiending to get people in the theaters. I mean, they had success, right, with Iron Man and the Incredible Hulk. Now it's time to get people in the theaters for Captain America. I watched Captain America, the First Avenger, now in 2026. Now, how does it hold up? Captain America, the First Avenger came out in 2011. Now, this is phase 1 of the MCU, so I don't want to get too nerdy with it, but yeah, this is like the first couple movies that are really building into the Avengers, right? Well, this is over 15 years now. How do they do with this movie? To be honest with you, I think it's a very good start of introducing characters, and especially the way they used to introduce characters for Marvel. They didn't just fucking cameo them and then like, oh, they're gonna show up now. No, it was like they actually built it up. Now with Captain America, of course you have to do that because it's Captain America. But I just feel like, for example, this is me jumping a little bit ahead, how they introduced Spider-Man, that shit pissed me off. But they did it right with this one. Keep in mind, I haven't watched Captain America in a few years now. So really, I'm trying to see, how does this movie stand up against all the Marvel movies and TV shows that have come out, you know, so far. I gotta rank it almost like in a B tier list because it's not the best, but it's definitely not the worst, but it's a great start, I could say, for the MCU. Now, does this story work on its own? Now, that's something that really has changed in the Marvel movies, is that now you have to watch something else to get this and understand that. No, this is one of those movies where you could just watch it and it's a great movie just on its own. You don't have to have any real prior knowledge. Knowing some things will help and kind of figure out, okay, who's important and who's not, but really you're gonna find out who's important anyway. So not to worry, you can watch this just on its own. Now with the character of Captain America, how does he stand in this movie? I mean, he's heroic. He's someone that people can believe in. He's, you know, willing to put his life on the line to save other people.
Grenade! Go, go, go! Get away! Get back!
It really just shows that his character is more than just, you know, being a strong guy that punches people. He's someone that cares and wants people to fight up against wrong. That's one thing that really caught me in this movie. Rewatching it was like,
do you want to kill Nazis?
I don't want to kill anyone. I don't like bullies. I don't care where they're from.
that kind of lays the land of who this guy is, who Steve Rogers is. Now, when it comes to the villain, I gotta say, if I'm gonna keep it a buck, not really memorable as far as, you know, who he is. Now, it's the Red Skull, for those of you that don't know. He is basically the founder and leader of Hydra. Off-brand Nazi, but even worse in a way. I mean, they're not fucking real. Nazis were obviously real. He's his own Hitler, in a sense. I just don't think that he was memorable in the way that he came back or anything like that. What he built, you know, stays established in the MCU. So that's something, his legacy, I guess. But they never really mentioned the Red Skull ever again after this movie. When it comes to the style, tone, and things like that and how this was shot, this is when Marvel didn't necessarily follow a formula. Now, Captain America, when it's shot, it has its own visuals that make you feel like, okay, this is World War II. This is Captain America's movie. It's not shot like an Iron Man movie, not shot like a Hulk movie. As far as like the comedic side of things, because I know that Marvel kind of got into this sense of like throwing bad jokes in the middle of, you know, tense situations.
What do you think is coursing through my veins right now?
Cheese whiz.
Oh, brother, this guy stinks!
I feel like this is still a time when they're trying to tell a story and make it flow as good as it can. I don't think that the pacing was off. I don't think it was too fast or too slow to where I'm still engaged in the movie. There wasn't a time where I was like, oh, okay, hurry up, let's get to the next part. No, it was like, all right, this is necessary to build this character up. This is a movie that you can rewatch. Now, I'm not gonna say that I'm gonna watch it over and over and over again. No, when you stand it up to some other movies that come out in the MCU, I would definitely say that it's good, but, you know, it's rewatchable. Just, you know, what the hell am I saying? It's rewatchable. You can watch it again. And when it comes to, you know, just people that aren't MCU fans or just aren't really well-versed in comic book movies, you'll like this movie too, because it's a soldier that does what he needs to fight against, you know, evil. And I'm a fan of that anyway. Lastly, this is for the parents out there. Can you watch this with your kids? I'm gonna say yeah. You know, if you have like an 8-year-old, they can definitely watch this. I don't think that they say anything that's really outlandish or anything like that. The jokes are all appropriate. And yeah, I mean, there's some violence as far as fighting, but hey, it's a superhero movie. What do you expect? They're gonna be throwing some punches. Some people are gonna get vaporized, but there's no like blood or anything that's making like people not like grotesque or anything like that. So it's definitely something that you can watch with your kids. There's good morals that it teaches as far as like, you know, choosing to do right. No matter if you're the big guy or little guy, choose to do right, fight for what's right. And so I think that's something that you could really take away from this movie. So that's number 1 for Marvel Mondays. That's Captain America, the First Avenger. What did you guys think of this movie? Are you guys a fan of Captain America? Now, I'm getting a little ahead of myself. Are you Team Cap or Team Iron Man? You know, I'm going in order, so I'm kind of feeling like going in order is going to make me feel like, nah, I got to stick with Cap. He's always been that guy. But I'll let you know when Iron Man comes around. You know, the next one coming up is going to be Captain Marvel. Honestly, I'm not like really hyped to watch Captain Marvel, but it is what it is. I got to do this, guys. So let me know what you guys think. Where do you guys rank Captain America, the First Avenger? I have it beats here. Let me know if I'm wrong.